Losing touch with reality can be fairly scary. Sometimes when people lose themselves, they are never the same again, like some of the people on this list. From a man who underwent extreme body modifications to look like a human Ken doll, to a woman that claims she survives off of only light and air. Let's talk about these and more only on today's Top 10 list. Starting us off this countdown, we have the Karen. Now, I titled this number the Karen because after you hear this story, you're gonna be like, yep, she was a Karen. Now, one thing I realized is that Karens are often out of touch with reality. They think that everything revolves around them and that they're always right. Well, in this case, a woman got upgraded to first class on a flight that was delayed for about an hour. She ended up seated behind a Karen and her husband. While in the air, she saw Karen turn to her husband and say, "Why don't you go have a word with the captain and see if you can get him to hurry up? Tell him who you are." Not only was this man a nobody, but Karen really thought that her husband would make the plane go faster. Like, come on, that's highly unrealistic. Thankfully, the husband was smarter than her and didn't bother to go talk to the captain. Still, come on, Karen, you need a reality check. Moving on to number 9, we have the grandmother. And if you guys are liking this video already, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up because it really helps us out and we appreciate it. So this story was shared by Reddit user Dr. Mung Mung. According to them, her grandmother is extremely out of touch with reality. Her grandmother has never had a job and has been living in the same house her entire life. In this case, she has sealed herself off from the world and she refuses to go outside and see what life is like outside her home. In this instance, it's pretty sad. Her grandmother is old and will never get to experience a number of things. Coming in at number 8, we have the anti-maskers. Yeah, I'm calling out all the people out there that don't wear masks. Or people that don't believe that COVID is real. I mean, are you kidding me? Really? There have been full-on protests from these kinds of people, and they are part of the reason why the numbers aren't going down. Now, a 48-year-old woman named Amy was interviewed, and she said masks were a violation of her freedom, and that's why she refuses to wear them. Other people think that masks were implemented by the government as a means of controlling them and suppressing their freedom. There's no debating this one. If you believe this, then you're out of touch with reality. Coming in at number 7, we have the woman in the shed. According to Reddit user ChopsNZ, several years ago they found a German woman living in a shed by herself. Now, this woman was so detached from reality. She thought cabbages and carrots were the only nutrition humans needed to survive. She also thought that at one point she was an astronaut, and was convinced that the Prime Minister would come to her rescue and hear her sob story and fix all her problems for her. Sadly, that never happened for her. And of course, because of her crazy thoughts, she was never able to keep a job, which is why she lives in a shed. That, and apparently she likes living there. This is just another case that is so sad. I mean, clearly this woman is going through more than we're aware of, but she would always freak out when people would try to help her. In our 6th spot, we have the ExBest Friend. This story comes from Reddit user ToastyDC. According to her, she once had a best friend who slowly started to lose her grip with reality. It started with her claiming that she was a God spouse, meaning that she was married to God. She truly believed that she was in a romantic relationship with him. Then she changed and said she was married to Lucifer. Yeah, I know, one extreme to the other. The woman ended their friendship after claiming that she had God-like powers and she could curse anyone that crossed her. Yeah, it's a good thing that she cut ties with this woman. Like, she is something else. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the Paranoia. This next story comes from a person who once spent time in a psych ward. While there, they were frightened by the amount of people disconnected from the real world. One of the patients that stuck out to him was a man named Steven. Steven was a huge believer in aliens. He believed that a lot of people in his life were aliens in disguise. Then he thought that the government was onto him and that they were spying on him and out to get him. As a result, he got rid of his computer, phone, TV, and radio, thinking that they were tapping into his electronic devices. I mean, I don't think the government has that much time on their hands, but who knows? Coming in at number 4, we have the human Ken doll. Chances are, maybe you've heard of this guy. His name is Justin Jedlicka, and he literally looks like a real-life Ken doll. The procedure started when he was 17 years old, and from there, they just snowballed. In an interview, he admitted that he has had close to 580 procedures and surgeries done on his body. His whole body is pumped full of stuff. This dude doesn't work out, but he has six-pack abs and toned arms. All thanks to implants. Yeah, he actually got fake muscles put into his body. He claims that he spent around $600,000 on his surgeries. And there's probably more to come. That's definitely not healthy for him at all. Like, I just worry what's gonna happen when he starts to age. Your body can only handle so much. In our third spot, we have the Partiers. This one kind of speaks for itself. But all the people still getting together and having huge parties are out of touch with reality. In particular, the celebrities. They believe COVID doesn't apply to them. In November, Kendall Jenner turned 25 and had a huge Halloween-themed birthday party. It was a huge celebrity-filled event. Then we have all the influencers doing the same, like Bryce Hall. And Rita Ora, who paid a restaurant $7,000 to break COVID rules for her birthday party. It's just crazy. Just because they're famous and got money doesn't mean they don't have to follow the rules. Moving on, number 2, we have the vacationers. This next story is the definition of out of touch with reality. So apparently this man and his girlfriend went on a trip to Asia, but she was frustrated the whole trip because she couldn't understand why the people there didn't speak English. When they didn't understand her, she became really upset and started yelling at them to speak English. I'm shocked. That's insane. I hope that man broke it off with her. And in our number 1 spot, we have the human Barbie doll. If there's a Ken, then there's gotta be a Barbie. A Ukrainian woman named Valeria Lukyanova is known as the human Barbie doll. She's got an impossible tiny waist, wide doll-like eyes, and a big bust. In fact, to achieve this look, she got some of her ribs removed. But that's not all. This woman claims that she's not even human. She said that she's an alien, that she's come to Earth to save the world. Well, what's she saving us from, you ask? From negative energy. Yeah, she has a goal to transform humans into human demigods. I mean, that's kind of cool. Like, I want to be a demigod, but like, I don't know about this. On top of that, she considers herself a breatharian. She says she lives off of nothing but light and air. Okay, maybe she really is an alien then, because it's physically impossible to live off of just light and air. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these stories shocked you the most. And now let's move on to our comment shout-out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, top 10 creepiest items ever sold on eBay. Total Nickel commented, imagine being like, yeah, I'm gonna take that kidney stone. Right? Like, okay, I get that William Shatner is like a big, fancy celebrity or whatever, but why do you want to buy his kidney stone? Like, you're gonna put it in a little box and have it display on your wall and then have guests over and be like, you know what that is? It's a kidney stone. William Shatner's kidney stone. Yeah, no thanks. It's weird. Suzanne Ann commented, love your videos, Lindsay, especially the bloopers at the end. Stay safe out there. Awesome viewers. Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes they just cut it out and don't include bloopers, but other times they keep them in and you can see me embarrass myself. But I don't mind. It's funny. Willie Frank commented, crazy long fingers you got, Lindsay. Shout out to them long fingers. Well, that's it. I'm wearing gloves from now on in every video because they're not long, they're normal size. Now I don't even want to show my fingers. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm showing out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see ya. On top of that, she considers herself a breatharian. Bro, that's not the right word. Breatharian? Is that even a word or she just made this up? Breatharian.